Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class 9 student. If you are preparing for your KPK Board English exam, don't skip this lecture. Stanza 4 is the conclusion of the entire poem, and this is where examiners often ask conceptual questions, not just simple answers. Many students lose marks because they can't explain what is the inward eye, what is the bliss of solitude, why does the poet's heart dance with the daffodil. In today's video, we will cover every important board question from stanza 4, including reference to context, vocabulary, concept questions, literary devices, MCQs, true false, central idea. Stay till the end because I will also share a simple memory trick that helps you answer almost every stanza 4 question in the exam. Let us first read the stanza together. Far oft when on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Reference to context. This question appears repeatedly in exams. Who wrote these lines and from which poem are they taken? These lines are written by William Wordsworth and are taken from the poem I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, or we simply call it the daffodil. Exam tip. Always write both the poet's name and the poem's name correctly. Basic comprehension question. Where does the poet lie when he remembers the daffodils? Answer. He lies on his couch. In what mood does the poet remember the daffodils? Answer. He remembers them when he is in a vacant or pensive mood. What flashes upon the poet's inward eye? Answer. The memory of the beautiful daffodils flashes upon inward eye. What happens to the poet's heart then? Answer. His heart fills with pleasure and joy. Students, now comes the vocabulary section. These words look easy, but they are often misunderstood in board exam. Vocabulary question. What does oft mean? It means often. What is a vacant mood? Answer. A state in which the mind is empty or not occupied with thought. What is a pensive mood? Answer. A thoughtful or reflective mood. What does solitude mean? It means being alone. Quick memory tip. Vacant means empty. Pensive means thoughtful. Solitude means alone. Tell me in the comments which word was new for you. Either it was vacant, pensive, or solitude. I will reply to as many comments as I can. Important concept question. This is one of the highest value sections of the entire poem. What does the poet mean by inward eye? Answer. The inward eye means the poet's imagination or memory. Exam tip. Never write physical eye. That answer is incorrect. Why does the poet call the inward eye the bliss of solitude? Answer. Because even when he is alone, his memories of nature bring him happiness. What happens when the poet remembers the daffodils? Answer. His heart fills with pleasure and he feels joyful again. Next category, literary devices. Identify the example of personification. Answer. My heart dances with the daffodils. The poet describes his heart as dancing, giving it a human act. Identify the imagery used in this stanza. Answer. The poet creates an image of himself resting on a couch while remembering the dancing daffodils. Students, the next two questions are not difficult, but many students write incomplete answers. Let us answer them the way examiners expect. Analytical question. Why does the memory of the daffodils make the poet happy? Answer. Because the beautiful scene remains in his memory and brings him joy whenever he recalls it. What does this stanza tell us about the power of memory? Answer. It shows that pleasant memories of nature continue to give happiness even when we are alone. One-line questions. What flashes upon the poet's inward eye? Answer. The memory of the dancing daffodil. What fills the poet's heart with pleasure? Answer. The memory of the conceptual question. Why does the poet say his heart dances with the daffodils? Answer. Because remembering the flowers make him feel joyful again. What message does the poet give in this stanza? Answer. Nature's beauty stays in our memory and continues to bring happiness throughout life. Let's do the true false. The poet remembers the flowers only once. Write in the comment either true or false. The memory of the daffodils makes the poet happy. Write in the comment its answer. true or false. MCQs portion. The poet lies on his option A, bed, option B, couch, option C, chair, option D, ground. Comment your answer. Inward eye means physical eye, memory or imagination, telescope, camera. Write your answer in the comment. The poet's heart fills with A, fear, B, anger, C, pleasure, D, silence. Write your answer in the comments. Central idea question. What is the central idea of stanza 4? Answer. The poet explains that whenever he is alone and thoughtful, the memory of the beautiful daffodils returns to his mind and fills his heart with happiness. Very important board question. What is meant by bliss of solitude? Answer. It means the happiness a person experiences while being alone and remembering beautiful moments from nature. This is one of the most important conceptual questions from the poem. 3-point memory trick. Remember these 3 words: memory, inward eye, happiness. If you remember these 3 ideas, you can answer almost every important question from stanza number 4. If this lecture helped you prepare for your exam, like this video, comment stanza 4 completed and share it with your classmates preparing for the KPK board exam. Congratulations, you have now completed all 4 stanza comprehension videos for the daffodils, but don't stop here. The next video will bring everything together when we are going to do our exercise questions for the poem The Daffodil. If you are aiming for high marks, that revision video will help you revise the entire poem in one place. See you in the next lecture. Wassalam.